Hello and welcome back to my channel. But if you've not been to my channel before, or this is your first time just crossing over or something like that, well, this is my channel is called Blaze to Win, and it can be anything from making your hair, from cooking, making your own clothes, just DIYs and everything else. But today we are focusing on my Blaze to Win kitchen, and I want to show you guys how to make a yummy, delicious Nigerian jollof rice. The ones that you eat at parties, you can make it in your home, believe me, and it's very easy to make. So that is what I'm focusing today, how to make Nigerian jollof rice. So let's get started. Achieve a nice, delicious jollof rice. We are going to need obviously our rice, any rice of your choice, but I normally use toilet bowl. And we're going to use oil, of course, not all this oil anyways. And you're going to need red big pepper and small peppers as well. And I normally add like fresh tomatoes. I like the taste. And we're going to use chopped tomatoes as well. We're going to need puree tomatoes, Derica or paste tomato, any one of your choice, puree. And then for the spices, we're going to need curry, jack seasoning, chicken seasoning, all-purpose, jollof rice seasoning, thyme, aromats, and of course you're going to need your onions, bay leaves, Maggi. I normally use this type of Maggi. I love to put crayfish Maggi because it gives it a lovely taste as well. Then you're going to need ginger and garlic. So these are the ingredients that we use. I completely forgotten about this one as well. I normally add butter. So you're going to watch out when I will need this butter as well. So that is it. That is all we need. Let me see, is there any other thing I'm forgetting? Oh yeah, salt. But in this case, I don't normally add salt because all this contains salt. So if you add salt to it, it's gonna be too much salty. So I don't normally add salt. But if you're somebody that loves salt, taste it first before you add salt, because there are salt. All this contains salt. So that's it. The first thing I'm going to do now is I'm going to blend all this together. Blend my big onions with my chopped tomatoes, with my fresh tomatoes, with my onions, my garlic, and my ginger. So I'm going to blend all of them together, and I'll show you how it comes out. Stay tuned, keep watching. Alright, so we continue now. I've washed, cleaned the pepper and everything, and I've blended them all together. If you don't know how to do it, make sure you remove the seeds from the big red pepper. Well, some people don't remove it, I do remove it because you get the actual taste of the red pepper itself. So I've blended everything together like I said. So the next thing I'm going to do now is I put my pot on the fire, then just steam it if there's any water in it, and just dry it up. Then add my oil, because I'm cooking a big pot, so I'm gonna put a little bit oil, not too many, but you put oil according to the number of the quantity of rice you're cooking. So I'll put my oil now. The next thing I'm going to put now is my puree. So I'm going to add my puree tomato now. while I'm doing this, I want to tell you that I use, with my blended this, and I normally use red onions, because red onions give very tasty, very tasty in jollof rice. So I normally use just red onions, but if I don't have red onions, I can use any other onions, but I prefer red onions. So I'll fry this now, leave it to fry. This is puree tomatoes zone, then you know it's ready to go. So I'm gonna fry it now. My stew, but I've been checking it all this while anyways. I didn't record that part. So I've actually checked it like 2 or 3 times and stirred it. So I think it's ready now. So you're going to know when it's ready, like you see the oil all on top of the stew. So it's ready to take in rice now. So it's ready now. I'm going to add the blended tomatoes and the onions, the big red pepper, the garlic, the ginger, everything is inside there. So I'm going to add it now. So the next thing I'm going to add now is all the spices. You need to add all the spices now. So I have my Knorr Maggies. Like I said, I use crayfish Maggi as well. So I'm adding them now. I add my thyme. Add my Jellof seasoning. Because it's a big pot, that's why I'm adding so many. So make sure you don't use too much if you're not using too much rice. The quantity I'm cooking is a very big pot. That's why I'm adding so many. So this is chicken seasoning as well. I add it on. I add my aromats. Aromat give very tasty to jollof rice. It's very tasty. So I add my aromat. Add my jack seasoning. Add a little bit of curry. The last and not the least I'm going to add is all-purpose seasoning. So all these seasonings will give it very tasty jollof rice. Then stir it. So after I stir it now, I'll just cover the pot and let it cook for some minutes, and I'll be checking it to see how when it's done. Cover the pot and put it on high fire. So I'm going to wash my rice now and put it in. So I'm going to check my stew. But I've been checking it all this while anyways. I didn't record that part. So I've actually checked it like 2 or 3 times and stirred it. So I think it's ready now. So you're going to know when it's ready, like you see the oil all on top of the stew. So it's ready to take in rice now. So I'm going to wash my rice now with cold water. This is a very important process. You need to wash the rice until the water turns white. You need to really wash it over and over and over and over. In fact, like 6-7 times. And make sure the water turns white. Before you know it's done. Before you know it's okay. So I put in my bay leaves now. Like 4 of them. Let's say 5 bay leaves. And then my rice is fully washed, ready to go in. Add some water. Add more water. Stir it. So while I'm cooking it, I'm going to use a very low fire. So when you finish with high fire for your stew, then when you add the rice, you need a very low fire because jollof rice doesn't really need a very high fire, otherwise it gets burnt easily and we're not done. So I'm going to reduce the fire. Oh yeah, I have to put it on again because I upped it before. It was pumping out everywhere. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to change my foil. I don't like this anymore. So I'm going to cover it with foil so that the flame will cook the up part of the rice as well. So I'll reduce the fire. Make sure it's being cooked on a low fire. It's very important. So that's it. We'll be checking it in 20 minutes time. Keep watching, and if you've not subscribed to my channel, please do, because there's a lot coming in, a lot of DIYs and a lot of new tasty delicious that I'm going to upload. Keep watching. So I'm going to check the rice now. I'm going to turn it now. So this is the time I normally add my butter. I just add it on top and cover it back. It gives it a very lovely taste. I like to use butter for my jollof rice. So cover it back again. I will check it again in 20 minutes. So I'll give it a turn again. So the rice is done now. Ready for testing. Nice, properly cooked. So if you want that jollof party rice taste, the next thing you have to do is just, the fire is on low fire, so you just on it, put it on high fire and let it burn a little bit, and you get that party rice scent. So if you have not subscribed to my channel, please do. There's a lot on the way. It's nice. Done. Ready to eat.